EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us each Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Goes backwards. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
And that flag accepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Play action. Now Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
First carry for James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one incomplete. The Broncos had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the C's part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call with this play, partner.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be counter. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after he rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Broncos 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This will be swung out here for Connor. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. Reacting and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Benito. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Murray getting this complete to Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Murray again to Connor on the check down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. And that is no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Connor up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They're going to give it to Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Pushes him over. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, the option to give to Williams here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
4th down. Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Outside the goal line.